Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Where's Providence's headspace at? In a good one. The Friars were down by 10. They were down by 10. They looked like they were staring at defeat against the Seton Hall team that did not have Kadari Richmond, and the Friars win 67-63. It is a major quadrant one road win. They did not have a road win of significance this season. Change that, and they come back and find a way behind Devin Carter, behind Josh Oduro, behind Ticket Gaines. Rob Dauster, are you buying the Friars?
I am buying them as a tournament team, and though we could flash the Vaulted up on the screen. Vaulted's an app that you can use predictions and challenge your friends. You guys know the spiel at this point, but my Vaulted challenge is that I think Providence ends up finding a way to get into the NCAA tournament this year. Fanta. I think that picking up a couple of road wins after that 4-game losing streak was really important for them. Finding a way to kind of turn the momentum around after the Bryce Hopkins injury is really important for them. Now they get Georgetown at home, which is something that they should win before heading to what is a pretty brutal stretch at UConn, at Villanova, Creighton at home, at Butler, St. John's at home. So that's where they're, to me, in my opinion, that's where their tournament is going to be made or broken. I guess it's the make or break stretch for them. So I think they got to get a couple of those wins. But I was very, very impressed with finding a way to come back on the road against a tough physical Seton Hall team and get a win that they absolutely needed.
Coach McCall, this was a spot where Seton Hall's up by 10. Alamir Dawes is hitting shots. And this Seton Hall team, without Kadari Richmond, I was calling the game, and I got to be honest with you, I was surprised at how well they were executing without a guy who had a triple-double. And Shaheen Holloway just keeps finding ways to get this team. If they're not winning, they're in these games, and they were in position tonight. It's not like they had a crowd of 13,000 rabid fans. That's not how it was in Newark on a Wednesday evening. But Providence looked like they were in a tough spot. And I think that this is a big step for Kim English because you know, McCall, it's not easy to win on the road in your league, nor alone when you're a first-year head coach in a league like the Big East. His team showed some real toughness tonight, and it was his George Mason transfers who stepped up.
Who are all really good players. I mean, Josh Oduro is absolutely outstanding. You know, I'm not ready to call Providence a tournament team yet. I'm not. After the stretch they went on, now they've beaten DePaul and they beat Seton Hall without Kadari Richmond, who, you know, he makes a difference. And Shaheen Holloway has that team playing at such a high level towards the top of the Big East. But to Rob's point, this is a big stretch. You know, Saturday is going to be an emotional game for Coach Cooley. It's going to be emotional for everybody that's in the building. Everybody's been talking about this since he took the Georgetown job. And I think that's something that Coach Cooley's had to deal with as well. And maybe, I'm not saying it's had a huge impact on his team and they've got to get better talent, they've got to get better players, but, you know, him leaving a place that he put everything he had into and taking the Georgetown job, there's a lot of emotions there, and there's a lot of emotions there that Coach has gone through. So these were two big wins for Kim English and the Friars. But I'm not ready to call them a tournament team. You got to see, you know, what happens. I mean, the stretch that they have coming up out of this Georgetown game will tell us a lot about this team. But Isaiah Ticket Gaines and Josh Oduro, those two guys are outstanding players that can play at any place in the country.
Rob, we're going to do much more on this when we are on site at Providence on Saturday. We'll have details at the Field of 68 with where you can find us, how you can find us. We are heading to downtown Providence. We will be at Amica Mutual Pavilion. We'll be outside in the morning. We will be at a particular establishment at night. But, Rob, I do want to get your thoughts looking ahead to Saturday. Just give me your brief take on first off, going there and what you make of Cooley's return to Providence and where that sits nationally in college hoops.
I mean, it's going to probably be the craziest environment and atmosphere that we see in college basketball this season. Goodman loves talking about Chris Beard's return to Texas Tech and how insane that was, and I'm sure that this will reach that level. I have no issue with Providence fans voicing their opinion about Ed Cooley. I have no problem with them yelling and screaming. I just hope that it doesn't go over that line to stuff being thrown, things being done that go beyond just making sure that he knows that he is no longer Providence's only son. That's all I'm hoping, is that it's something where that line, everyone knows the line, right? It's very obvious what that line is, and I just hope that line doesn't get crossed. But I'm expecting it to be loud, to be insane, and I am glad that they decided to have this be a 12:30 tip instead of an 8 o'clock tip. Imagine if the Friartown would have had all day on a Saturday to go to places like I don't know, Union Station Brewing, have themselves a couple Friartown IPAs. We'll be checking that place out later.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.